So, I'm Colin, I don't know who play Captain Hook on Once Upon a Time, and I've been given this chest full of questions. Okay, number one. Who from the cast do you enjoy hanging out with the most? I'm going to have to say everybody, because I wouldn't like to upset anyone, but you know, I'm sort of lucky that I get on really well with everyone in the cast, so it's kind of, they're a great cast to work with. Did you ever expect people to respond so well to the character? No, well, I knew that people knew and liked Captain Hook anyway, because everyone sort of grew up with the Disney movies and the other sort of films about Peter Pan and stuff, so I knew that people liked the character, but I didn't really expect, because I came on as a guest star, I didn't really expect any kind of response the way that it has been, and I mean, I'm just thankful that people like the show and like me in it, and because I really enjoy working on it. Will Hook and Rumpelstiltskin be able to put their differences aside and form an alliance? I don't know if they will or not. Towards the end of the second season, Hook sort of, I think, is beginning to realise that his constant pursuit of vengeance and revenge is sort of maybe not the right way he should be living his life. But it's very difficult when, you know, he's been alive for hundreds of years like Rumpelstiltskin, and he's constantly lived in this sort of, with this hatred in his heart, and I think that's a difficult thing to let go of. I don't know yet. It'll be interesting to see how they will interact with each other in the next season. Okay, next one. Do you find it challenging to shoot scenes in front of a green screen? It's weird. The first day I did it was really strange, because I'd never done it before, and you have these markings where, like, it's green sellotape on a green floor, and you'll be told, that's a wall, you can't walk through that, this is an archway, you can walk through that, and it's very difficult when you can't see this, what it's like, to be able to remember, but after a while you get used to it. But the first day I remember, it was just crazy. So, I'm Colin, I don't know who play Captain Hook on Once Upon a Time, and I've been given this chest full of questions. Which fictional characters would you like to see on the show in the future? Well, because I play Captain Hook, I'd like to see what the guys' take on someone like Peter Pan would be, or the characters from Peter Pan, because, you know, this Captain Hook that I play is very, very different than the Hook that most people would know and recognise. So I'd be intrigued to see what sort of spin they would put on that. But other than that, I don't really know what are the fictional characters. The thing about the show like Once Upon a Time is that they can sort of come in from anywhere and from any book or from any fairy tale or whatever. It's and that's what's so great about it. You just don't know who's going to be in it next, which is kind of nice to when you're reading scripts, you know. All right. What attracted you to this particular role? The ability to wear eyeliner, I think, was the opportunity to do that was probably, and wear leather pants, I would think. No, it was just getting to play like an iconic character is, you know, a fantastic opportunity for anybody, and, you know, I'm very thankful that I'm able to play someone like Captain Hook. Oh, have you started wearing eyeliner off set? Well, that's... no, although I will say sometimes I don't get it all off, and there's been a couple of times where I've gone to meet some friends for a coffee or a drink or something, or dinner, and I have like this smudged eyeliner all over my eyes, and so I guess probably yes must be the answer to that then, if that's the case, but I don't actively put it on myself. What was your favourite fairy tale as a child? My favourite fairy tale was actually Rumpelstiltskin, and that has got nothing to do with the fact that I'm working on a show that has Rumpelstiltskin in it. I used to like how gruesome and sort of grim that fairy tale was, and I like my fairy tales to be really kind of, you know, sort of evil and sort of bloody and stuff. And, you know, I'd always pictured Rumpelstiltskin as being this incredibly nasty piece of work, which I guess he is, even in Once Upon a Time. But I would say that because I play Captain Hook. So What can we expect from the rest of season 2? What people can expect in season 2, towards the end of season 2, is sort of with the character of Captain Hook in particular. You can sort of expect to see a guy who's beginning to question whether or not this constant pursuit of revenge is actually worth it. You get to see his interaction with with the Evil Queen, with Emma, with Rumpelstiltskin. So, and towards the end of the season, you get to see a little bit of what his past was like, and his relationship with Balefire, and so it's I think people will find it really interesting. So I'm Colin. I don't know, play Captain Hook on Once Upon a Time, and I've been given this chest full of questions. Who would win in a sword fight between Hook and Prince Charming Hook? Full stop. Is Captain Hook a goodie or a baddie? Well, what's great about this Captain Hook, traditionally he's a villain, but what's great about the Hook in Once Upon a Time is he gets to drift in and out of being a good person or a bad person, because he's very self-serving at the moment in the series. So, he can do something that's really villainous, and then the next second he might actually do something that people will go, well, that's really caring. How can... And it's interesting to see. What's good about him is that he doesn't come from a place where he's naturally evil or anything like that. He is a product of his past experiences. So the fact that Mila was killed and he was truly in love with her, then that's why he does the things that he does that are slightly villainous. But he's a bit of both, I guess. If you could replace the Hook with a more high-tech attachment, what would it be? Chainsaw. I'd like to have a chainsaw for a hand. Probably. Your character seems to have good chemistry with Emma. Will they ever be together? I don't know. I don't write the show, so I don't know. But they definitely see an element of themselves in the other person, and I think that's why they kind of have a mutual respect, if that's the word that you can use. But they definitely see a little bit of each other in each other, which is interesting. But I don't know if they'll get together or not. Who knows? What has been your favourite scene to film so far? There's been so many, because it's such a crazy experience to be in Wonderland or be in Neverland or be wherever it is. But I think probably it was my first weekend. We had a ship called the Lady Washington, and it's the Jolly Roger on the show, and it's a real pirate ship, and we were sailing around in the sea just off Vancouver, and I think that was probably when I just stood there and I went, what the hell am I doing on a pirate ship all in leather playing Captain Hook? And it was it's probably my most memorable scene, because it was just such a crazy experience. Well, I actually got through them all. I've got one more left. If you could cast a spell, what would it be and why? That's a good one. See, I'm trying to think, will I be really corny and say something really corny, or will I actually say what I'd really like? I would cast a spell that people keep watching Once Upon a Time and really like Captain Hook, so that they'll keep me on the show.